Hello, welcome to Assembly. I should have done this last week, but I was poorly at the end of the week, so I wasn't able to record the assembly. So I'm doing it today. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're all nice and warm. It's been really, really chilly this week. It's starting to be the really cold weather, and there's been frost on the ground, and I've seen people having a look at cobwebs on the fences because we've got these metal fences with the lines like that and like that. You can really see cobwebs really, really clearly, and they're really, really beautiful. So I also have noticed that it's been foggy recently and there's been mist in the mornings. And when I drove to work yesterday, there was a beautiful sunrise over the fields, and I could see the mist over the fields, and it all looked golden. So I stopped and took a quick photo of it, and it was absolutely amazing. I was so excited to see it. So what I'd like you to do is stop for a moment and think of something that you have seen, a natural thing, okay? Not man-made, a natural thing, something to do with nature that you have seen that is absolutely beautiful, that you really like, okay? Right, have a think and share that with a partner. Have a think about it, okay? And talk about it, share your ideas. Well done. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at our assembly, and we're thinking about don't forget to let love in, our heart smart theme. Okay, our heart smart theme, don't forget to let love in. And we've got to think about the position that Boris is in. So this is all about loving ourselves, and sometimes loving ourselves can be hard to do, but knowing that someone loves us always helps. So let's have a think about this word. Now, have a go at saying it. You might have to sound it out. It's a bit tricky, that one. Washikanto. It means one in the rarest language in the world called Ashinto, which is spoken by only one person in Peru. So who do you think they talk to? They come from Peru. Paddington Bear comes from Peru, but I don't think they talk to Paddington. So this person can speak Ashinto. They're the only person in the world who can speak Ashinto. So they can't speak to anybody else. So they could speak in their own head in Ashinto. Now, sometimes we have these conversations in our heads, and we hear ourselves saying things that might be kind to ourselves, or they might be unkind to ourselves. And don't forget to let love in is about listening to the voice in your head that is kind to you, and it's having that kind internal voice saying the nice things to yourself, so you help yourself to get through the day. Right. Oh, I'm going to skip this a little bit. Don't need these bits. Come on, computer. My slideshow's frozen. Come on. Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go. We've got Boris. Now, Boris is just like us. He's got different voices in his head. Okay, and we've got different people that Boris listens to. He's got an untrue voice that says he's rubbish and should be thrown away. And he was actually made from bits and bobs, made from different things, and recycled, because he's all about the global goals as well as us. And because of that, he sometimes thinks he is rubbish. And the lie that he tells himself is sometimes close to the truth, but it's actually a lie. And the other voice is the voice of Amber and Josh here. And they see great value in him. They think, like us, that he's pretty cool. He's pretty ace. And that's the voice that they share with him and that he needs to listen to. So here's the words that are being said to him. We've got trash and treasure. Okay, very quickly, talk as a class. What is trash? What is treasure? What does it mean? Okay, have that conversation. Right. So the trash, things that are found in the bin, and that's the lie that Boris should be in the bin. because he's not rubbish. He's not somebody who should be in the bin. The treasure, he is a treasure. He is something to be valued. And he's important to Amber and Josh and to Dad and lots of other people, just like every single one of us. Sometimes our internal voice says, you're rubbish, you're really useless. And we feel that way, but actually it's not true. That's not how things are. And we really need to remember that we are treasured, that we are valued and loved by somebody. Okay. Now, sometimes we might feel that nobody loves us, but there's always somebody who does. If you have a faith, then you could think that, well, God will always love me, no matter what. But also, there are people around, people in school, all the teachers who will always value you for who you are. So let's look at the next one. We know that he's not trash, he's treasure. Pointless. Boris is pointless. As all of Boris's parts were originally made for something else, he sometimes listens to the lie that says he's useless, that he's not doing anything worthwhile. But Boris helps many children know what it means to be heart smart. So he's doing something that no other robot can do. Every single one of you has a purpose. I have a purpose. I'm a head teacher. I'm not pointless. I can be silly about it and I can joke. I'm not pointless. I have a really important job. Just like every single one of you has something really important. You might be a friend. You might be a brother or a sister. You might be a teammate. You might be the person that smiles at somebody else that day and cheers them up, even though all you're doing is smiling and saying good morning. You have a purpose. And sometimes we don't see what that purpose is. Sometimes it might be a very small thing in the day to you, but it's a big deal to somebody else. So when that voice says pointless, don't listen, because we don't always know what sort of impact we're having. Right. Only one chance or a second chance. So Boris is quite big and heavy and can be a bit clumsy. And sometimes he leaks oil. Sometimes he knocks things over. And as a result, sometimes he listens to the lie that says he only gets one chance. And if he makes a mistake, that's it. He's blown it. It's over. But we've got the idea of a second chance. Boris always gets a second chance. He's more important than any mistake that he might make. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. I make mistakes. But do we have a second chance to sort it out? Well, yes. It could be a big mistake, but we can show that we can grow from it and we can do something about it. And that's what Boris does. He has a second chance. So when Boris recognizes the voice of Amber, Josh, and Dad who made him, he remembers that he's treasure, he has purpose, and he gets a second chance. And this is what don't forget to let love in means for Boris. So we've got this idea of trash and treasure. We may not have heard someone say to us that we're treasure, that we're loved, that we're one in a million, but we can think we're trash, but that's not true. We are all valuable. We are all priceless. We are all one in a million. We are all pointless and purpose. We may look at other children and think about how good they are at things, how they're better at schoolwork, how they're better at sport, how they've got more friends. We can think there's no point to living, but that's not true. We all have an incredible purpose to discover. There is only one of you. You are unique. Every single one of us is unique. And there's something that only you can do, or only I can do, something that only we can bring to our families, our class, and our world. And one chance or a second chance. We may make a mistake, especially if we're trying something new. And if we're not careful, we might believe the lie that says we're a mistake, but it's not true. We all get a second chance, an opportunity to try again, to get up, to work at it, and enjoy our life. So, right, close your eyes for me. And I want you to have a bit of a think now. Okay. Sometimes we might have listened to those voices in our heads that tell us things that aren't true. And it could be something that's making you feel sad, feeling unhappy. So I want you to imagine yourself taking that lie, screwing it up and putting it in the bin, and listening to that true voice of love, the voice that says you're treasure, that you have purpose, and that you can give yourself a second chance. Open your eyes. Every single one of you is very, very special. You really, really are. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.